Hey y'all! Day after Christmas. I'm sorry I'm late. It's been a bit busy today. However, you got time for Jesus? Today we're going to read Romans 10:17, which says, "So faith comes from hearing, and hearing by the word of Christ." And before we go on, I'm going to read the footnote because I love it so much. And it says, "Listening to God is essential to walking with Him. The Lord blesses us when we hear His promises and respond to them in faith." So with that, what I have to say is, are you seeing God's hand in everything, or are you seeing your feelings? A lot of times we move off of feelings rather than faith, and it's a common sentence that you hear. However, when you really break that down and ask yourself, am I moving when I feel angry and that's what's dictating my choices? Or when I'm angry, am I moving out of faith and giving it to God and saying, you know what, your word says that the sun does not go down on anger. And your word says that we're supposed to operate out of love. And your word says to show you in all things and to turn the other cheek. So with that being said, are you moving out of faith? Or are you moving out of feelings? Are you seeing His hand in everything that you're doing? Or are you seeing what the world wants you to see? Because it's tricky and it's hard. It's not easy. It's never going to be easy until you make a habit of it. But when you break habits of living worldly versus living out of faith, it is hard, but it's possible. It is possible. And it's not going to happen overnight, but the moment that you stop reacting and acting and dwelling on feelings and put all of that effort into faith, the results they speak for themselves. And I say it out of experience because I was one to operate out of feelings and not faith. I was one to, whatever I felt right then and there, I was a bit dramatic. So if something went wrong, it was the end of the world. Whereas now it's like, okay, there's purpose in this. What's the lesson? What are we here for? And why is this going on? And when we look at it that way, rather than, oh man, one thing that comes to mind is Chicken Little. The sky is falling, but what if that is Jesus trying to show you something in the sky and you're missing it because you're dwelling in your feelings or your fear or your anger or your depression? When we change our eyesight from feelings to faith and we see His hand at everything that happens to us, or everything that's said to us, or everything that we do, and you look for God's hand in everything, and you stand on His promises, I pinky promise you that you will find joy in the midst of chaos, depression, anger, stress, financial problems, whatever it may be. I promise you, you will find joy. Y'all have a blessed day.